welcome to my apartment. I've been in Da Nang now for 3 days, right? Wednesday, Thursday, today's Friday. The trip was 22 hours altogether with the 3 hour layover in Taiwan. Man, it was brutal. Blanket did so good, I have to say. He's always such a good boy. He just slept most of the time on the plane. And man, EVA Air, yeah, EVA Air was amazing. Plane was very comfortable. Food was great. They fed me twice on the first long flight and then once on the 3 hour flight from Taiwan. And then at the Taiwan airport, I paid for like a VIP lounge or whatever. It was like 20 bucks to add on to my ticket. Food there was good as well. And I was stuffed. By the time I got here, the last thing I thought about was food. We landed at, I think it was 11 or so, 11:30 maybe. If you're flying to Da Nang, you need to purchase VIP airport service. I'll put a link or like a screenshot of the service I used. I paid them 1,000,000 dong when I got here, which sounds like a lot. They had a cheaper service where it didn't include the taxi, but the taxi was included as well. So I got off the plane and everybody got off the plane before me. I was almost the last person to get off because I had so much, like my big backpack and my laptop bag and blanket. I didn't want to like hold everybody up trying to get off the plane, so I just kind of waited. And I was like almost the last person off. I walked out onto the terminal and then I looked downstairs and there was somebody holding a sign with my name on it. So I see everybody on the plane standing in this long, long line for immigration. I could only imagine how long they stood there, but I walked to the person, said, "That's me." And they brought me to the diplomat line. There was nobody in front of me. I just walked right up to the immigration agent, handed him my passport, put a stamp on it, told me to keep going. I was like, okay, that was quick. And then the people asked me for my boarding pass, and they went and got my 2 check bags while they escorted me to this little VIP lounge. It was just kind of like this. It was just like a couch and table, and they brought me some fresh fruit, a bottle of water, and me and Blanket just sat there and waited while they got my luggage. And yeah, they took care of all that. That whole process took maybe 10 minutes. The longest part was, them trying to find my luggage coming out of the carousel. So from there, they brought me outside, had a taxi waiting. They paid the taxi. They dropped me off at my hotel. I got there around like 12 o'clock. We went in, checked in. That was a smooth process. Went upstairs to the room. It was a beautiful room. I think I paid about 50 US for 3 nights, which I pre-booked that before I got here. I paid like with my US credit card on Agoda because I figured, I'll just have a couple days to kind of get situated and look for apartments. So while I was there, me and Blanket went for a walk around the neighborhood just to see the sights, kind of get used to everything, cross the street. That was fun, just kind of YOLOing it through traffic as nobody stops. They just like slow down and swerve around you. Found a pet store because I had to get him some food. And I got him a backpack, like a little backpack he can fit in on my back. So Next stop was I got a moped. I think I paid like 90, yeah, about 90 US for, no, I think it was a little more. It was like 2.5 million for a month, which my real estate agent told me I overpaid, but I got a Yamaha PG1. It's a nice bike. It's a 2025, at very low miles. I think it has like 2,000 kilometers on it or something. I had good tires and everything. So they said I had 8,000 kilometers included with the rental for the month, which I doubt I'll end up using that many. I'm just been going around town. I'm not really gonna go anywhere long distance. Or maybe I will. Got the moped back to the hotel. There was parking in the little garage in the basement there. Then I kind of just felt like at that point like a local, like just driving around on the moped and going up and down these tight little side streets and then like the more like main roads and flowing with traffic and learning how they all kind of like fish, like a school of fish, how they just like, they somehow navigate. And I haven't seen any accidents. Haven't really had any close calls either. Kind of seems like everybody's pretty used to it. A lot of horn honking, that's what I learned. Instead of, honking your horn like you're angry or tell someone to get out of your way, just do a little like boop, 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 meep, 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 just to let people know like, hey, I'm here, don't kill me. And, huge like trucks or bigger cars and everything, taxis, all driving around, just constantly honking, tell the mopeds to watch out or I'll just squash you. Yeah, I was in the hotel I didn't even stay the third day because on my second day here, I was able to meet up with my real estate agent. Her name's Elena. I'll leave her information in for anybody interested. She was great. Because I have a dog, she said it's a little harder to find people willing to rent. So she had a couple options for me. There was one she showed me and the pictures looked really good. And we went to go look at it. There was somebody still there. They were leaving in a couple days. And I guess the pictures were of a different apartment in the same building. And just the bathroom wasn't as nice. And the layout wasn't as nice. And there was supposed to be like a computer desk there and there wasn't. And I just didn't really like it. So then I was like, is there anything else? And she's like, yeah, there's one not too far from here. So we went and looked and the apartment was way bigger. The price was almost the same. Bathroom, way nicer. I don't like the open shower. And I actually, before I met up with my real estate agent, the day before when I was driving around, I ended up just kind of like apartment hunting on my own just to see what it would be like, try to talk to some locals. And I saw this building, it was like something hotel and apartments. So I went in, the guy didn't speak any English, so I used Google Translate to talk to him. And he showed me a room for 6 million, which is like $200. And it was okay, but the weirdest thing that I really didn't like was there wasn't even a shower. There was just a shower head like in front of the sink where you just like kind of hold it. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not like super bougie, but I like my nice shower, So then I just drove around, looked for some other apartments, and I went to some nicer buildings and nicer hotels, and they just wanted way too much money, like 19, 20, 25 million. I'm like, nah, this is too much. So I waited till the next day, and yeah, got this apartment. With a balcony, bathroom in there, one AC up there, What is that, queen size bed? TV in the bedroom area. It's a studio, so it's not like a separate bedroom. And then it's kind of a mess right now. And I got my computer set up. Kitchen's over here. Washer. Got some water in the fridge. Ice in the freezer. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's Blanket's backpack. He just chills in here on my back when I'm on the bike. He loves it. Right, buddy? Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, he loves it here. He's super comfy. So yeah, this is my little abode. $10 million a month. Signed a 3-month contract. 1 month security deposit. 1 month. And it all went so fast. Like, Elena was like, so when would you want to move in? I was like, today. She was like, okay, let me go downstairs and get them. So she actually didn't even go downstairs. She just called them, told them to come up. And they brought up the contract, took down my passport information. A very smooth process. I paid them, they gave me the room key. It's in a pretty nice building, actually. There's no gym. There is a small pool on the first floor. And the top floor, there's like a nice rooftop area to hang out. Nice view from up there. You could see the beach. I'm about maybe half a mile, like 1 kilometer from the beach, like not far at all. Yeah, it's a great area. A little south of Antong. Trying to pretend like I know what I'm saying. I'm a little south of Antong, like Mian area. So it's not as expensive because I'm not in that like touristy little bubble. I'm a little bit on the outskirts of that. Right across the street, there's like a noodle place, you know, pho, soup, noodle goodness. There's a banh mi spot right next to that. There's a little like almost like a hardware store kind of, which I went there and got a surge protector for the computer and all the stuff I had to plug in. And yeah, there's like a bunch of like massage places, barber shops. There's a market right at the end of the, actually on both ends of the block. There's a Winmart that way, and then there's a, I can't remember the name of it, the green one that way. So very easy to get supplies and food and stuff like that. Don't have to go far at all. And I do have the bike, so I'm able to zip around wherever I want to go. It's really nice. I filled up the gas tank for like $1 or so, and it's been on full for the last 2 days. So I think it's really good on gas. It's a 115cc, but it is manual. Oh, I went up to the Sun Tra Peninsula and drove up in the mountains there. That was my first day with the bike, and total rookie mistake. I woke up pretty early. It was it wasn't my first day with the bike. It was actually my second day with the bike. So I woke up pretty early. It was maybe like 2:30, maybe 3 when I woke up, and I was like, I'm feeling kind of antsy. I can't go back to sleep. So I got some food in the morning, and then I hopped on the bike. I figured I'll go watch the sunset up on the mountain. So I go outside, hop on the bike, start riding, and I'm like a quarter of the way there, and it gets like chilly. Like you think it's like warm, it's Southeast Asia, it's hot. It gets pretty windy, and then it started like drizzling a little bit, and I was like, whatever, I'm no rookie, I'll be all right. So I just keep going up the mountain, and I made it like maybe like a mile up the mountain road, and it started like raining a lot more, and it got way colder, and I was like, okay, this is terrible. I need to like go back and I need to get a poncho. So I go down the hill, and I stopped at, which you can see, like I have a thermal on now, even though it's like 70 degrees out. I learned like this isn't, 100-degree weather. It still gets a little windy and a little brisk when you're on the bike. So uh, I've been definitely like wearing layers. So then I stopped at a little shop, got a poncho for 40,000, which is like $2 or something. I got like a nice thick poncho. They had like a thinner one and then a thicker one, and I was like, I need the thick boy today. So that was nice. Definitely helped a lot. So then once I got the poncho, I was like, yeah, I'm going back to my hotel and I'm layering up if I'm doing this trip. So I went back, took blanket for a little walk, waited till it warmed up a little bit, stopped raining, and then I was like, all right, now let's go. So I go up there. It's a semi-automatic bike, so when you get like, not halfway, maybe like a quarter way up the mountain, there's like a security checkpoint, and if you have an automatic bike, they won't let you through because it's too steep. So he let me right through. I'm going up the hill. There's little monkeys like just all over the road, which is really cool to see. And then I'm in this like kind of like deserted area, and I see like this random like European looking dude walking, and I slow down and I was like, yo, you good? He's like, yeah. I was like, you don't have a bike? He's like, oh no, it was automatic. I was like, you want to ride? He's like, yeah, please, could you give me a ride? So he hopped on the back of the scooter, and I drove him up like maybe like 2 miles up the hill. And he's like, okay, this is fine here, thank you. So I got to help that guy. And then I just kept going, got all the way up to the top, and I tried to get to this one like lookout spot, but there was a gate and it was closed. I don't know if it was like because of the day of the week or the time that I went, but that gate was closed. So I just kept driving around up there. And then I found another spot where a bunch of people were pulled over, beautiful lookout, and there was a ton of monkeys like eating fruit that I think like either they grow wild there or somebody left it for them, but this monkey was just devouring this fruit, and it was just so cute. Later on that day is when I ended up finding this place. So I slept here last night, got a great night's sleep, woke up early, went for a ride, got some breakfast, talked to some people on the phone, and I actually went and got a massage today. Oh my God, it was like I was pampered. It was great. And it was kind of like an expensive place. Had really good ratings. There's a ton of like little like local, like they almost look like nail salons, but they also do massage. Then I saw this one like on Google that had really good ratings, and that was in Mian. So it was like in like the touristy kind of area, and it was like a bougie type place. But when I get there, they gave me like iced tea and some crackers. They were really good. They're like coconut crackers or something. And I went in and got the massage. It was like $20 US, which I mean for around here is kind of expensive, but for that type of massage in New York, it would have easily been like 120 plus, for that good of a massage. And it was 90 minutes. And then when I was done, she's like, oh, we have dessert. They had like watermelon and then some hot tea, and they gave me a coupon for 30% off if I come back. So yeah, that was nice. Good way to start the day. Get a massage. I just feel so much better now. Like, she did this stretch. I thought like she was gonna break me in half. She like took my leg and like did this weird thing, but it like cracked my back so good, so nice. I found like a local furniture store that makes computer desks. It's like hand welded, like very simple metal that they paint. I got the desk for $400, which is like maybe like 17, 18 bucks. So I think that was a good deal. And they delivered it. I went to Mega, which is like a computer store, and I got a monitor, which I don't know how I feel about the price. Maybe it was a little high. I was looking on Facebook, and there's a couple different options, but then people stopped answering, and I was kind of feeling antsy and wanted to just get my computer set up so I can edit videos and, you know, maybe play some COD. But it was 4 million, right? So it was like 150, 160 or something. But it's like 240 hertz, only 1080p, 27-inch curved MSI. So I feel like good refresh rate. Maybe not the best for video editing, resolution-wise, but it's a VA display. And what else? I originally had my computer and my speakers packed. I have like pretty beefy Klipsch speakers, and I originally like had those packed and my computer, and then I was like, you know what, no, it's gonna be too heavy, I don't want to pay for overweight luggage, so I ended up taking them out. And then I was like, well, you know what, if I just do this right, I can make one of my luggages overweight and the other one not, which actually, like, I got this tiny little like cheap luggage scale, which you just like kind of strap to the luggage and then like lift up. It's like a fish scale. And it said that it was like 50 pounds on the dot. And when I went to, for my flight, they weighed it and it was 50 pounds on the dot. I was like, okay, I'm very surprised that little scale was that accurate. So that was good, that worked out. So yeah, I ended up putting the speakers back in the other luggage, and I thought I had everything. And when I was just setting everything up, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot the amp. Blanket, knock it off. I was like, oh my God, I forgot the amp. So the speakers are just paperweights right now. And the amps are not cheap. Like, I'm even looking around here and they're expensive, like 9 million, which I'm not spending that. So I got my headphones at least, so I'll just rock with those for now. Yeah, I got the computer set up, did some cleaning, organizing around here, got everything put away, all my clothes hung up, did some laundry last night, and yeah, everything is pretty squared away here. I gotta just put away all the, when I set up my computer, I had like a bunch of extra wires and stuff I brought. Just gotta put all those away. And I've been getting pretty much like cheap food, like just like local, like pho spots and banh mi. I actually, when I was in the hotel, I did Grab to have them deliver some food just to try that out. And I got banh mi delivered to my room for like $4.40, which is just great. So this morning when I went to get coffee, the guy didn't take cash. He only did the QR code. So I'm sitting there like drinking my coffee, trying to figure out how to pay with a QR code, because you have to have like a Vietnamese bank. and all that. I didn't set up a bank yet. I did get a phone plan though, Viatel. I got a eSIM from them. I think it's like $8 a month or something, which is awesome. But the app, it's actually really good. It's called Moreta Pay, Moreta Pay. And basically you can link it to your Revolut or your Wise card, and then you can scan the QR code, and they're kind of like a middleman where it like pays through that app, but then it'll transfer it to their, you know, whatever bank they use. So that worked out. I was able to pay him. I know a lot of people, they want to like get the bank account so they can pay with QR code. I thought I was just going to pretty much only use cash while I'm here. I haven't been really trying to, you know, touch, other than Grab, because Grab, you have to like have it linked to a card. So I have that linked to my Wise and my Revolut. I don't have much money in them, but I think I put like 100 on each. I have to set up my Zalo. I was waiting to get my Vietnamese phone number to do that. So that's next on my to-do list. Yeah, let me go give you guys a little view of the rooftop. Let's go take a walk. So here's the building. The up button doesn't work on my floor. And here's the roof. There's the ocean out there. You can see Lady Buddha. So that's the ocean side. That's the river side. And there's some mountain view. See, I'm kind of in like the thick of it here. Pretty good area. Yeah, it's getting a little windy. I think we're about to get a storm, they're saying. Probably a really bad storm, actually. I decided to come during monsoon season. This is what I get. Daggone monsoon. So yeah, here we are. Back to my room. Yeah, just want to give you guys a little update. See how we living. We're doing it. Da Nang life. Here's my bedroom. It's got nice big closets in here, which I totally like. Easy to stay organized. Got my motorcycle gear in case I want to do some intense riding. Did not bring many clothes, but I figured everything's made in Vietnam, so I can just buy clothes in Vietnam. And then, yeah, a little balcony. Clothes drying. I should actually bring these in before it rains. Love my little apartment. Here's my bathroom. Full shower. What do they call that? The rainforest head? Or the rainfall head? Whatever. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You little stinker? You little stinker? What do you think? You like the name? Yeah. I think he likes it here. Honestly, he likes anywhere I am. And I'm here, so he loves it. Yeah, this is my place. Welcome home. Clean little computer setup. Got my desktop, speakers. If you're a nerd, it's a 5900X AMD CPU with a 240 mil AIO and a 3070 Ti. Of course, you know, Call of Duty always has an update. Wi-Fi is included. Water is 100,000 a month, which is like $4. And electric is 4,000 per kilowatt hour. So I don't know how much I'll end up using. I'll let you know next month when I get the bill. There's a meter in the basement. I can always go check. There's 2 separate AC units. They're not inverters. They're mini splits, but they're not inverter style. So they're going to be a little less efficient than if they were inverters. But that's to be seen. I mean, I like it cold, but I'm also trying to like acclimate my body to warmer climate, so I'm not trying to keep it like freezing in here. Like first day, like when I got here yesterday, I set it to 21, which is I think about like 70 Fahrenheit. Now I have them at 25. Just trying to, you know, be like a local. Stop being such a Yankee. Still haven't gone to the beach. It's just been really windy and cold, and I haven't really felt like it. I do want to at least like go touch the water before the storm comes. So I'll probably end up going tomorrow. So it's actually not supposed to make landfall until Monday. Oh wow. It's actually supposed to get warmer tomorrow, and Sunday is supposed to be almost 80. So maybe we'll have a beach weekend. Nice. Doesn't say cloudy, it says sunny for the next 2 days. So maybe we'll actually go check out the beach tomorrow. Blanket would love that. And yeah, go play in the waves. The waves are intense right now because of the storm out at sea. So I remember the first day when I was riding around, I saw the beach and the waves were like kind of mellow. But today when I was riding, like the waves were actually getting pretty gnarly. So I do want to learn how to surf. They say that this is a great area to learn how to surf, like for beginners, because the waves don't get super big. I also want to go scuba diving. I've never been scuba diving. I don't know if it's smart to like learn here. I don't know like the safety and quality of everything, but YOLO. I have a couple spots I want to go check out. Bana Hills. Want to go up there, ride the world's longest cable car up to the Bana Mountains, and they have like an amusement park up there, I guess, and check that out one of these days. There's also like an old military airfield where there's a lot of like abandoned U.S. military equipment. I want to check that place out. That looked pretty cool. And then once I'm like 100% settled in, which I'm getting there, I want to look for some place where I can volunteer to help clear landmines. it's a really bad thing. Not so much in this area. The ones around here have been cleared pretty decently, but up north and out west, especially on the border of Cambodia, there's a ton of like amazing fertile land where the farmers will just go out and they'll be trying to clear a plot of land and then they get blown up by a mine. So America like left a mess, and I'd like to try to help clean it up. So that's definitely on my list. I want to talk to some locals and see if anybody knows any like programs or companies or groups that do that where I could get involved. I told a couple of people I wanted to do that, and they said I was actually insane. So, yeah, this one guy said, that's the most radical thing I think I've ever heard in my life. So, I'm like, yeah, I'm a radical. So, I'm going to do that. That's on the list. It's so peaceful here. Like, I haven't, like, walking around New York, you see people, like, overdosing on drugs and homeless and fighting and yelling, and there's just none of that. Like, everybody's just doing what they do, like working or sitting at the coffee shop. Like, people are just so chill. My anxiety levels, so I actually noticed it when I was at the airport in Taiwan. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I don't feel a drop of anxiety. Like, you don't realize how much anxiety you have until you're in an environment where there's just nothing that induces it. And you're like, wow, this is peace. This is genuine peace. I can get used to that. It's definitely something really, really cool to think about, is just, maybe it's just where you live, Maybe it's just the people around you. Maybe the problem isn't you. Maybe you don't have anxiety. Maybe you just live in an anxious environment. And yeah, I know they say there's no geographical cure, and wherever you go, there you are. But man, I feel great being here. I haven't even been here a full week, and I just feel so at peace. Like, genuinely. I'm not looking over my shoulder. I'm not worried about anything. Like, I don't know, like, in New York, you're always worried about someone stealing something or someone just doing something terrible. And I just don't have that concern here. I feel like almost like maybe I'm being naive, but I just feel like safe here. Genuinely. It just feels like nobody's out to hurt you. Nobody's gonna like try to rob you or carjack you or shoot you. Like, they don't even have guns. They don't even have knives. You have to like have a permit to carry a knife and like a legitimate reason why you need one. I thought that was kind of weird when I looked that one up. But man, it's just day 3. I haven't seen one negative. Okay, maybe I almost got scammed, but maybe it was a mistake. When I went to the pet store to get blanket, that food, and that backpack, it was like a younger girl working the register, and she handed me back the wrong amount of change. I don't know if she thought like, oh, this is just some dumb American, he won't even know, or if it was just a genuine mistake, because it might have just been a mistake. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Um, Maybe she tried to scam me for. It's almost silly. It's like $1.50 in U.S. currency. You know, like 50,000 or something here. So maybe she tried to get one over on me, but I think it might have just been a genuine mistake. Um, the most expensive thing I've done so far, other than the computer monitor, was I went out to eat last night, and I was like, you know what? Let me try this like seafood spot, and I kind of like went a little hard. I got like a lobster and clams and a couple other things, and that ended up being 600,000, which is like $25. So like even when you think you're like going all out, it's just nothing in comparison to, especially New York prices, but just U.S. prices in general. Um, I haven't done any like local, like market. Oh, that's another thing. There's a local market, like almost like a farmer's market. Like I saw it when I was riding on my bike, right on the road where I live. So I got to check that out. I don't know what days they're there, if they're there every day. I didn't notice them there this morning. Um, Maybe it's only certain days, but yeah, there was all fresh fruit and, like local produce and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. Um, I haven't really looked at prices in the supermarkets yet. I've just been kind of eating out because it's so cheap. This is my not even first week in Da Nang. I'll keep you guys updated, let you know what changes, if it secretly is really bad and I'm just not seeing it and I still have my rose tinted glasses on, but so far this place is awesome. I love it. I have zero desire to go home. I just feel no anxiety, no stress. Maybe I miss somebody, but it's okay.